Hello, this is Chris Smith from the Eagle Tribune sports writer here, author of Smitty on Baseball, talking about the Boston Red Sox as usual. Hopefully you all had a good day shoveling the snow. I know I did. I actually bought a sled today at Target for $9.99. I'm going sledding tomorrow, so that should be fun. Hopefully I don't die because I also got to cover the Greater Lawrence Girls Christmas Tournament. If you see me at the Greater Lawrence Girls Christmas Tournament, come up to me, talk to me about the Red Sox. I'm all for it. Talk to me about basketball also, girls high school basketball in the area, whatever you want to talk to me about. Talk to me about it. It should be a fun time though at the Greater Lawrence Girls Tournament. But right now I am here talking about, actually that's later today because it's past midnight, so I'm going sledding today. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to go sledding, and then I'm going to the girls' tournament. So this should be fun. But right now I'm here to talk about the Boston Red Sox offense, the 2011 offense. I think it's going to be one of the most prolific offenses in Red Sox history. I think it's got pop. I think it's got power. I think it's got everything to it. I think it has a chance to score over 1,000 runs. Only one time in Red Sox history. So not to get ahead of myself and start with the first time in Red Sox history, yada, yada, yada. I want to talk a little bit about this lineup. First of all, tell you who I think should be the leadoff guy, 1 through 9. I think Jacoby Ellsbury should lead off. I've written this on my blog before. You can comment, tell me what you think about the lineup, but I think Jacoby Ellsbury should lead off. I think Dustin Pedroia should bat second. I think Kyle Crawford should bat third. Adrian Gonzalez fourth. You've got Kevin Youkilis 5th, David Ortiz 6th, J.D. Drew 7th, Jared Saltalamacchia 8th, and Marco Scudero is kind of that second leadoff guy at the number 9 position. You've also got Jed Lowry, who can also be in the mix, maybe in that number 9 spot. It should be interesting to see how much he plays, but he's a guy, I mean, that showed that he could be a high on-base percentage guy after he came back from the mono last year. Did a good job getting on base, had some pop. He played really well, so maybe he can come in and be that number 9 guy if Marco doesn't produce. So the Red Sox got some options. They've got a really good lineup here. As I said, they got pop, they've got power, they've got everything. Now let's compare it. Now let's get ahead of myself. Let's go back in time to some of the best Red Sox and compare this lineup to some of the best Red Sox lineups in history. You've got to look at 2000. You got to look at 1950 as one of the best offenses in Red Sox history. In 1950, the team went 94-60. They finished third in the American League. The pitching was not that good that year. They only posted a 4.88 ERA. That was really the downfall of that team. But that team could score runs. They allowed 804 runs, but they scored 1,027 runs, and that was under managers Joe McCarthy and Steve O'Neill. That 1950 team, that was the only team in Red Sox history to score over 1,000 runs in a season since 1901. No other team has done this besides the 1950 team. That 1950 team was stacked, as I said, and it's pretty impressive that they did it in the 154-game schedule. They scored over 1,000 runs. That means that they scored more runs in 154 games than the Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz lineups of the 2000s scored in 162 games. That lineup was stacked. They had guys like Bobby Doerr, Vern Stevens, Johnny Pesky, Al Zarilla, Ted Williams, Don DiMaggio. Ted Williams led that lineup, and he had batted .317 that year, hit 28 home runs, 97 RBIs, and limited playing time because of an injury. He only got in 89 games. He scored 82 runs. There were 5 guys in that lineup that scored over 100 runs. Vern Stevens scored 125 runs to lead the team. He batted .295 that year. He had 30 home runs, 144 RBIs. You've got Don DiMaggio that hit .328, batted for a .414 on-base percentage. Ted Williams had a .452 on-base percentage. Zarilla had a .423 on-base percentage. Johnny Pesky, .437 on-base percentage. I mean, this was a really awesome lineup. They didn't really steal much. Don DiMaggio led the team with 15 stolen bases, but this team had pop. They could score runs. They could do it. Now, you go to the 2003 team. That was the second most runs scored in a season was the 2003 team. They went 95 and 67, finished second in the AL East. We all know the story about the 2003 team. It was the year before they won the World Series. Aaron Boone hit the walk-off home run against Tim Wakefield in the ALCS Game 7 and disappointed Red Sox fans immensely, but that was a year of really a great offense that year. That lineup had everything. It was stacked. It had power. It had that pop. It had some speed. Johnny Damon stole 30 bases. Nomar Garciaparra stole 19 bases. I mean, you had Jason Varitek in his prime in 2003. At 31 years old, he had 25 home runs, 85 RBIs. He batted .273. Kevin Millar was in the lineup with 25 home runs, 96 RBIs. You had Todd Walker, 13 home runs, 85 RBIs, a .283 batting average. Nomar batted 28 home runs, 105 RBIs, a .301 batting average. Bill Miller, he was a very good average guy, an on-base guy when in his time in Boston. At third base, he batted .326. He had 19 home runs, 85 RBIs. He had a .398 on-base percentage that year. Manny Ramirez had a .427 on-base percentage. He hit 37 home runs, had 104 RBIs, and batted .325. He scored the most runs on the team with 117. I mean, you got Johnny Damon, who scored 103 runs. Trot Nixon had a good year. David Ortiz, Trot Nixon had over 20 home runs, a .306 batting average. You got David Ortiz, who had 31 home runs, 101 RBIs, a .288 batting average. So that lineup had a lot to it. The 2004 lineup was also an awesome lineup. It came pretty close to that 1,000-run mark with 949 runs. But this 2011 team has a chance to get over the 1,000-run mark. I think that they can do it. I mean, they've got the speed to do it. They've got some run producers. I mean, Jacoby Ellsbury, Kyle Crawford have got tremendous speed. You've got awesome pop in Adrian Gonzalez, one of the most pure hitters in baseball, and in Kevin Youkilis. I mean, this lineup, David Ortiz, this lineup should be an awesome lineup to cover. I'm so excited for the season to begin. It should be an awesome year. This is going to be a record-setting lineup. Mark my words. I think that this is going to be a record-setting lineup. It's going to be so awesome to watch, and the pitching, if it holds up, this should be an awesome year. So again, I'm going to be doing these video blogs daily now. Going to bring up a new topic every day. Sometimes I'll be talking about the 1901 Red Sox. Sometimes I'll be talking about the 2011 Red Sox. Wish me luck in my sledding trip today, later on today after I get about 6-7 hours of sleep here. It should be an interesting. I have no idea where I'm going. I have actually no idea where I'm going sledding, but hopefully the hill won't be too steep, because I might be a little scared if it's too steep. Hopefully there'll be no poles, no trees. Hopefully I'll survive to get to the grid. Hopefully I'll have no broken bones, nothing, and it should be fun. But what's more fun is this awesome Red Sox lineup, and it should be a good one. Again, I think that we'll go over it. I think that Jacoby Ellsbury should bat first, Dustin Pedroia second, Kyle Crawford third, Adrian Gonzalez fourth, and then you've got fifth is Kevin Youkilis, sixth is David Ortiz. Sixth. David Ortiz is sixth in this lineup. J.D. Drew seventh. I think he's going to have a really good year. It's his contract year, so he's got some incentive there to do well. You've got eighth. You've got Jared Saltalamacchia at ninth. You've got Marco Scudero, Jen Lauer if you want. It's going to be an awesome year. So stay safe out there in the snow. Hopefully it's not too heavy for y'all. It was a little heavy for me, but hopefully you have a good day. And if you see me at the Great Orange Girls Tournament today, stop me and talk to me about anything.